On the day we fled, it was raining so heavily. I remember it all too well. The roads were muddy and completely jammed with people running away. We faced every kind of difficulty imaginable.
They burned down our village. The rumor is that they did it because we were teaching children. We're afraid the school might be burned down again.
Villages in some areas of Magway and Sagaing regions are subject to repeated raids by junta troops, forcing residents to flee at a moment's notice or face death, while belongings and homes that are left behind are looted and burned to the ground. Hello and welcome to Daw Khine, a weekly podcast about human rights stories from Myanmar. It's brought to you by Fondation Hirondelle. This episode is produced by freelance journalist Esther J. Some names may have been changed to protect contributors. Daw Soe Soe, 45, lives in Ngatayaw village, in Ngatayaw Township, Magway region. Since the February 2021 military coup, her once peaceful village has become the target of frequent raids by regime troops, and residents must be prepared to flee for their lives at any moment.
Whenever soldiers show up in our village, everyone must flee. We need to keep running from place to place for our safety.
Daw Soe Soe's family includes her 93-year-old father. Every time junta troops enter Ngatayaw, her main concern is his health and safety.
My father says, "Leave me behind. All of you must run to safety." But I simply can't do that. I tell him, "No, we are taking you with us. We all are going together."
Ngatayaw is strategically located at the confluence of the Chindwin and Ayeyarwady rivers. Junta forces and pro-regime Pusati militia are also based in Min village, only 2.5 kilometers from Ngatayaw. Because of these two factors, the military frequently patrols the area. It's become normal for villagers to have bags packed in case they need to run and hide. During the military raids, soldiers steal whatever has been left behind by the fleeing residents. Then they set fire to the houses. In 2022, the military torched everything in Ngatayaw, including Daw Soe Soe's house. It was the second time her home was burnt down by regime troops. Such attacks have happened over and over again, and now residents have almost nothing left. When a military column approaches the village, residents grab their packed clothes and food and flee by any means available, including tractors, motorbikes, or ox carts. Some must flee on foot into the surrounding fields. Some who are unable to quickly escape, or who encounter soldiers on the road, have been killed. This repeated displacement occurs about 6 times a year and lasts from at least 10 days to as long as 3 or 4 months.
We run to the forest where there is very little shelter. When it rains, we get soaked. We seek shelter under small trees. If there is any hut or a rest house, we gather and hide there. Some people take cover under ox carts.
Families with infants, sick people, and the elderly face even greater difficulties.
I'm worried about my father. He's old and his health is poor. So I'm afraid something might happen to him. If he gets sick, it's not easy to go to hospital or clinic. There is no healthcare facilities here.
This cycle of displacement is not unique to Magway region. In Sagaing region, especially in Salingi and Yinmabin townships, where Chinese copper mining projects are based. Villagers must flee at least once a month. The military reportedly conducts these raids to clear the area ahead of supply convoys that enter and exit the copper mines, for which the junta provides security. Daw Khine, 52, from Ngatayaw village in Salingi Township, said she had to flee a junta raid in May last year. This was made especially difficult because her younger brother was bedridden with a serious illness and her father had diabetes. They both died while the family was on the run.
The hardest and most mentally exhausting part for us was transporting my brother when we had to flee. We couldn't just lift or carry him. We had to make a stretcher using a big blanket and 2 bamboo poles. Then my younger brother and one of my brothers-in-law lifted him onto the vehicle. Once we reached our refuge, they had to lift him out again.
Daw Kyawt said they took her brother along when they fled because she believes families should live and die together.
When his health worsened, all we could do was watch him suffer. My father was also sick with diabetes. Those were the hardest times. We couldn't sleep or eat, and aside from feeling terrible while looking after them, there was nothing we could do.
The escape routes can also be deadly. Fleeing villagers have been killed by artillery or small arms fire, bombed from paramotors, or have died in vehicle accidents, while others have died from exhaustion or heart failure.
On the day we fled, it was raining so heavily. I remember it all too well. The roads were muddy and completely jammed with people running away. We faced every kind of difficulty imaginable. Back then, with our small beetle farms and income, we could get by, saving food for 1 week and eating it the next week. But now, if we were forced to flee like that again, we wouldn't be able to cope at all. The price of beetle has plummeted, and we have no money now.
Daw Kyawt, a civil disobedience movement teacher from Ngatayaw village in Salingi Township, sells goods by motorcycle early in the morning and teaches children at her home later in the day. Ngatayaw lies along a busy paved road, and residents must flee whenever junta convoys go past. She said that despite the frequent need to run from soldiers, she still managed to teach over 120 students during the last school year.
They burned down our village. The rumor is that they did it because we were teaching children. We're afraid the school might be burned down again, but the reality is that many villages without classes have also been torched. So we keep teaching. When the soldiers come, we run, and when they leave, we return and teach again.
Daw Kyawt said her family used to run a small grocery store, but it finally closed because junta soldiers stole their goods and ransacked the shop every time they came to the village.
We can no longer run a general store because we have to flee and leave things behind. They take everything. Now we only sell a few essentials like tea, coffee, kitchen items, and eggs.
Daw Soe Soe said the frequent raids and burnings have resulted in a drastic reduction of paddy cultivation in her area. Other aspects of the local economy, as well as health, education, and social life, have also deteriorated. Traditional festivals and celebrations are no longer held due to the danger of shelling and aerial attacks. Daw Soe Soe explained that villagers who are constantly forced to flee the military have a simple dream: to be able to live peacefully in their own homes.
We wish the military dictatorship would fall quickly, and we, the people, would regain our rightful power. We will keep fighting and doing whatever we can until they are defeated. I just want our people to be able to live well again, like we used to during Daw Aung San Suu Kyi's time.
Thanks for listening to this edition of Daw Athan. We would welcome your feedback on social media. Please follow or subscribe to our pages. This project on human rights reporting is supported by Fundación Hirondelle with the help of our donors. You can listen to our podcasts via the Daw Athan Facebook page. They can also be found on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and Telegram. Please tune in again next week.